Well, I bet you can't guess what I have here, unless you read that label. I've got some moose, front quarter, from Fairbanks, Alaska. My daughter sent this to me. One of her friends gave it to her, and she's not a meat eater, so of course she forwarded it to me. There's 3 pieces. It's got a lot of silver skin on it, so it's going to take some trimming. So I'm going to trim this up, get rid of this silver skin, and get it prepped and ready to grill. It's a tedious job trimming the silver skin, but if you have a fillet knife, it makes it a whole lot easier. Just get in there under that silver skin and peel it away. Moose is a very lean piece of meat. You can tell there's no marbling. So therefore, when cooking, I have to be very careful that I don't dry it out. And that means it's going to have to be cooked quick on a hot fire, a quick grill, and I'm going to cook it to a medium rare. I'm going to treat it like a steak, in other words. I'm going to add some compound butter to it. I've got some made up in the freezer with garlic, rosemary, thyme. And towards the end of the cook of this, we'll be putting that on. When I come back, I'll have these all trimmed up and I'll show you the end product. I've gotten my moose all trimmed up. I removed a good portion of all of that silver skin. It's quite a bit. It's actually quite easy to get off because once you get a hold of it, I just took that fillet knife and went right under it and it sort of just streamed right off. I also use my kitchen scissors to sort of just cut around and some parts get it a little bit more even. I'm gonna now spray these with some avocado oil, and then I'm gonna season it with some Montreal seasoning. Get that all over. Turn it over and get some more on there. Then I'm going to take my Montreal seasoning. I'm going to put it on quite thick. We'll turn that over. These are going to be ready to put on the grill. Moose. We've got our moose steaks, and I'll call them moose steaks, seasoned. They've been at room temperature for approximately 30 minutes, and now I'm going to put them on the grill. There's a couple of thin ones and one thick one, so I'll put the thick one on first and then the 2 smaller ones. I'm going to set the timer for 1 minute increments. As I mentioned before, this is very lean meat. There's actually no marbling whatsoever in it. so I'm just doing a real hot and quick grilling to a medium rare, and we'll be through, and we'll see how they come out. This is my first time cooking moose. I put the two smaller ones on when I got to half the time, or half a minute, on the first steak. I'm going to turn. Big one first. And then the two smaller ones. Turn it like that. Should have had my grill grate. I have some compound butter. And I knew I should have melted it first. Compound butter has rosemary, thyme, and garlic. Lots of garlic. I'm going to pull these little ones. And then the big one. We're good to go. There you have it. Moose. Let's see what we got. Got a medium rare. How about a bite? Actually, it is tender. Tasty. Moose from Fairbanks, Alaska.